I sent you something else, and I was like, "Oh, we need to record this." I can't remember what it was. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was. I don't think at that time was it cat. It could. Let me see. What
No,
did I say?
it was a cat. It was a cat. I kind of hijacked that headline real quick, but no,
Oh,
it was
okay.
definitely we were definitely
I,
talking about how about we were definitely talking about like vision boards and stuff like that.
oh yeah. How could I forget? Is that what I was talking about though?
Yeah, you was like, we need to talk about vision boards. And I was like, I don't really do vision boards. Then I had to recant the fact that I didn't do vision boards because I actually ended up doing a vision board this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually was very rejuvenating. I told you I usually do the planner thing where I just have everything and write it out in my planner and, and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of go about life that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I did vision boards with my family and my nieces. And let me tell you, those little girls inspired me. Okay.
That's
I
good.
am, yeah, they really inspired me. The fact that, as adults, we can lose our kid like hope. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so they put some things on their vision board. If you see me looking ahead, it's because I like literally posted mine up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna read to you some sayings they actually gave me. Okay. So the little one, hers said, "Be me. You don't have to be anyone else to be important." That
Okay then.
Yes, yes. And then my oldest niece, she said, "You matter. You are as special as the sunshine." Think about that. Think
Come
about how
through.
special the sunshine is. Like we take it for granted
Baby, I
when
live by it. It is what I
I
need
I
on a
need it
daily.
too. Yes, because I don't like a gloomy sky and I love natural light. Like I have no
Mm-hmm.
lights on or anything. But think about how special that sunshine is in our lives and how much we need it and
Mm-hmm.
like how, rare I mean, not rare it is, but it's like we take it for granted. Like a
Right.
lot of people just take it for granted. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
just
yeah.
thought that was so yeah, it was yeah. So
So
that
you
was
did a vision board. Look at
I
that.
did. I did do a vision
Look
board. I
at
did do
that.
a vision board.
It's
It
so
was nice.
good.
It was very rejuvenating. And I got to tell you, you inspired me with yours as well. I really like what you did. So why don't you tell the folk, and you probably need to attach that video to this one as
Oh
well.
yeah. Okay. You know what? Actually, you reminded me. I knew I did the video, but I didn't realize like what was all in the video. When I went back and watched the video, I said, "Oh, poor girl, it's good. Oh,
I was
that."
like, that was so dope. I love it. I was like, out of all the things I do, and I texted you. I was like, out of all the things I do, I never thought to record that. And yeah, so you got to tell the people. I'm not telling the people
Yeah.
your process.
Yeah, so I last year, first of all, these vision board parties, they are everything, okay? But I'm really there for the camaraderie and the fun and the drinks and the foolishness, okay? Because one of the ones that I attend, it's a full weekend. So it's a Friday night, we hanging out, and Saturday I'm trying to get it together from hanging out on Friday to get this vision board together. And then we rushing to get the vision board together so we can go out on Friday on Saturday night. And then Sunday we have brunch, okay? So last year I decided that I was going to do a digital vision board because I found when I did the other vision boards, either I never got them finished, I didn't have magazines because I don't want all the magazines around, and who buys magazines anymore? Okay. Um, and so it was limited. I felt like it was limiting me to what was in the magazine. I had to look for what was in the magazine. And that just took too much time. I'm not your arts and crafts kind of girl, not with the scissors
I
and all
am.
that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
am.
No.
Hmm.
Child, my teacher told me don't never pick up no scissors again. But anywho, yeah, so I don't like doing it that way. So last year I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a digital vision board, and I loved it. So I did my digital vision board with Canva. I was able to easily find my images, put it on there, and I was able to print it because you can print directly from Canva and send it to a Staples for a local pickup. So I sent it to the Staples that I wanted to. I went and I picked it up, and then I put it in a frame and I hung it up, and I was able to see it every day. Actually, just finished my 2024 one. I actually picked it up I think I picked it up Friday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, and I actually hung it up this morning. And
Love it.
I love it. I was just like, I love this. Yeah, and I mean, it's really good. So this year, what I did was is because it's in Canva, I was able to resize it for my desktop and resize it for my phone. So that's very helpful because I like to make sure I can see it at all times on a daily basis because I look at it multiple times a day. So
I love
yeah,
that. I
So
love
digital
that.
vision boards are for me, and so I'm able to put it in my planner and I can have it out so for me to be able to see it. So I just love a digital vision board. That way easier for me. So we did them this year, and I'm excited about them.
I love that, girl, and I'm actually gonna adapt that myself. I'm still gonna have my one that I made because I made it with love with my
Hmm.
family, but
Hmm.
I'm also going to transfer a lot of the stuff that I have on there into the digital format so that I can look at it every day because we do forget when life be life and we do forget,
Hmm.
to trust the process oh, that's another thing too. Um my niece, it was crazy, but I don't know, they would just put on theirs, like trust the process, and I'm like, I
Hmm.
do forget that all the time, to trust the process, trust the journey. And and everybody's journey is not your journey.
Right.
Everybody's road is not going to be the same as the other person's road. My road might not be as smooth as your road.
Right. Right.
But I'm gonna appreciate that. I may not appreciate it during the journey, which I have to learn how to. But looking back, it's like, okay, I get
And
it
that's
now.
where the
You know what I
stories
mean?
come from. The
That's
stories
what a
come
story.
from the journey. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
you are so right. I don't know if I told you this, but in 2017, I actually started to write a book,
Hmm.
and I stopped dead in my tracks, and I said, I haven't gone through enough yet. I said, I stopped in the tracks. I said, I haven't gone through enough yet. I don't have enough dirt or muck on my hands to be able to tell people this about my story. It's too clean. And
Okay,
now
now here I am a believer in I don't have to have no struggle story. I don't have no struggle
is
story. I don't have
is
no muck. I don't want no mud. Okay, but I got a story to
I
tell.
didn't want it. Yeah, I didn't want it. I get you. I didn't want it. But at the time I was just like, I didn't have enough I didn't feel like, and it wasn't necessarily a struggle story that I
Hmm.
wanted to have. It's just like
Hmm.
I needed to live life a little bit
Hmm.
more. So the stuff that I've gone through recently, even in the last 12 months, it's like,
Hmm.
okay, this will enable you to have more compassion. This will enable you to have more forgiveness. This will
Hmm.
enable you to understand your journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So when
absolutely.
I say muck, and it's not necessarily struggle, but it may be. I don't know. It just depends on the journey that for me that God wants me to go through in order to convey his goodness and grace to other people.
Right. No, that makes sense. And even going back to the vision board is, a lot of people say they don't like vision boards, but to me, the vision board is just that. For me, it's a visual for me to see what I said I wanted to do. I don't think there is any power necessarily in that if I don't take the action behind what I have to do in order to make the vision board come to fruition. So people don't, so when I hear people say, "Oh, I don't like the vision board," I'm like, "Okay, tell me why you don't like the vision board." Other than if kind of like me, I'm saying I didn't like the way they were doing it because I didn't want to cut stuff out of a magazine, and that's
Mhm.
one thing. I get that, but if you think things are just gonna happen because you put it on the vision board, when I have people
Right.
say that, that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, child,
I
no, you got to put the work in.
Thinking back, I think that's why I kind of stopped that, because I'm like, people would put a little stuff on the vision board, and it's like, okay, but you're not really willing to. Are you saying you want to be debt free, but you spending all your money on restaurant food, and
So
you're
that's
not
what
being
I
a good
said. So
steward of
what
your
happened when
money.
somebody do a vision board and you looking at it like you're not gonna be able to do that?
But you know what? I don't believe in telling somebody what they're not gonna be able to do, because we don't know the vision that God gave them in their head and in their heart. Because I know it's a lot of stuff that that God gave me that I can't even share with people, because it's like you're not gonna understand it, but that's okay because it's not for you to understand. And not saying you specifically. I'm just saying the person not in my head. You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna,
Like,
I'm gonna just ride with that one today. I ain't gonna stir no muck up. I'm just gonna let it be.
Go on, stir the pot, Louis. Like, go on, stir the pot. I loved it. I love we like have our little banter
No,
where
no,
you know.
I just say that, put the work behind whatever it is you put on that board. That's all,
Yeah, yeah.
But if you are teaching someone, and I think that's that's the part in many things. If you are teaching someone that, oh, you just put it on here, and I allow you to put something on here, especially if you're teaching someone this, you're teaching someone, and I allow you to put this on here, and I know you don't have the ability to do it, then, as someone who's teaching you that, I'm setting you up for, thinking vision boards don't work. When it ain't, vision boards don't work, it wasn't gonna happen in the first place, kind of a thing. That's
It's
all I'm
probably
saying.
you not putting in the work, huh?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I
Oh,
got you.
yeah. So that's it. But yeah, I love vision boards. It's the perfect time of year to do it. So we will definitely link that video down because we go through the year, we screenshot stuff, we save stuff. And that's kind of how I do mine is but I actually prep for this in June because that's when kind of like, I've mentioned that before. My mind is, everybody's not talking about goals in June and all that kind of stuff. I don't feel the pressure to do anything. So I've already kind of, I've already thought about what I want my goals to be for the next year in June. And so this is the time where I actually put it out on a vision board so I can hang it up and, continue to work with them. And some of them actually didn't necessarily change. I don't necessarily change from necessarily year to year because I'm probably still working on some things, but it's a great refresher
Yeah.
to have. Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
just thinking back on when I said vision board, I don't even like to call mine a vision board. Like I said, because a lot of people don't want to put in the work to make their vision come to fruition or do the work for God to activate their vision. You know what I mean? So I actually call mine a life's prayer board, like my life's prayer, you know. So, but to each his own, you know what I mean? To each his
That's what's
own. But
up.
this is definitely the perfect time of year to get that done and also to